moving on to T-Town down in Alabama. Oklahoma coming into town. Um, how do you think Mateer is going to respond? Obviously, he hasn't played to the same level he had before the hand injury, going into arguably one of the most hostile environments in college football and playing one of the best defenses in college football.
So, pre-hand injury Mateer, I would say this game is very scary for Alabama, but haven't really seen a tremendous game from Mateer. Um, since before the injury, he hasn't passed for over 250 since the injury. Bama's got a in the teens pass defense, so I think they're going to need to lean heavy on the run game. Alabama's been gashed quite a few times for big runs, and I think that's where you see their numbers get a little skewed. I don't think they're giving up. I haven't watched them give up a lot per carry, but they've been gashed for 40-yard runs and 30-yard runs and a 25-yard run. But and Oklahoma's run offense has gotten better in the last couple of weeks. They've had a 100-yard rusher in their last 3 games. So I think Oklahoma's gonna have to lean on the run, and you need a great superhuman performance from John Mateer. Now, let me ask you for the LSU game for Bama. Do you is it just me, or did that game feel like it was 40-9 the entire game? Like it was a close game, but I never felt Alabama had a chance of losing that game. That game felt like a 3-score game the entire game. Even from the first kickoff, I never really had the thought that Bama was going to lose this game. It just felt so tilted.
I'm gonna agree with you, and I'm gonna I'm gonna think that this might be how it's gonna feel watching LSU football for probably the remainder of the season. I think that that loss kind of fully pulls the air out of the balloon. I mean, whatever they had going into that game, I mean, the wheels have completely come off. With Kelly gone, I think that team is just fully deflated. They just I don't think they have anything left in them. I think you're going to see them go. I don't know who the rest of their schedule is. I can pull that up real quick.
They play one of the bottom teams in the SEC. But I think LSU had an inspired effort. But watching that game, I thought that Simpson just missed a couple of passes by like maybe a couple inches, maybe a foot. I feel like in a game where the focus is going to be on precision in the pass game, I think that I think that Bama is going to be able to pull away. Bama has a top 15 pass offense. Oklahoma has a pass defense in the top 25, but the only two passing attacks that are compared to Alabama's were Ole Miss's and Tennessee's. They both passed for over 315. I think Tennessee passed for, I think it was exactly 315. I think Ole Miss passed for 395, something like that. So, and I've seen a lot of people say that this game is going to hinge on Oklahoma's strength versus Bama's weakness, which is Oklahoma's run defense, Bama's run offense. I Bama's operated so well without a good run offense. They have a run offense in the 120s. Oklahoma's run defense is in the top 5. I don't think that's going to hinge on this game at all. I think Oklahoma's secondary might be a little bit weaker than everyone thought, especially before they played Ole Miss, because they got lit up in the pass game. And I think turnovers are going to be a big part in this game. I think I Bama's really good at taking the ball away. In Oklahoma, Mateer has turned the ball over a lot more since returning from injury. Oklahoma also takes a lot of penalties. Bama's really good in the red zone defensively. I think all those things could mesh up. I think the only problem you're going to run into if you're Alabama is if Oklahoma can stop the run with 4, then I think it becomes a problem because you're going to have to be able to drop 7, which most teams typically need at least 5 to stop the run consistently. I think if Oklahoma is able to do it with 4 and able to just have everyone bail and drop out, I think that's the only time where you're going to be able to force Ty Simpson into mistakes. Ty Simpson hasn't made a lot of mistakes. But if you can force Ty Simpson into a disaster game, which he hasn't had yet, I think that is Oklahoma. And John Mateer, superhuman game, I think that is the only path for Oklahoma to win this game.
If Oklahoma comes in and they lose, do you think that they still have a shot at the playoff? Like, is this a win or go home situation? Like, is the rest of their season kind of hinging on do or die at this point?
They would have to obviously win out, and then they need Texas to lose to Georgia and Texas A&M, and then they need Vandy to lose to Tennessee or Vandy to drop a game because Texas is always going to be ranked above them. A 3-loss Texas gets in before a 3-loss Oklahoma. So I think Oklahoma would obviously have to win out, which I don't know who they play at the end. Their last 2 games are. I don't think it's anyone crazy, but
Their last game is LSU.
yeah, I don't think they play anyone crazy. I think it's Auburn next week or something like that. But no, I think Oklahoma's pretty much out. They need a lot to happen in their favor. But I think the only 3-loss team you see get in is Texas. Also,
They
another
play
nugget:
Missouri. They play Missouri next weekend.
Missouri's not the same team. So Oklahoma's going to be favored by at least 10 in that game. Maybe not. But Oklahoma is also 3-0 in road games, and historically, in Brent Venables' tenure, Oklahoma's been, I think it was like 10 and 12, 10 and 11 in road games, but they're 3-0 in true road games this year, not counting the Red River shootout, but just another little nugget. What your pick for the game and the Notre Dame game? You didn't pick.
I mean, I kind of picked saying that I thought it was going to be similar to the Boston College game. Um, Ultimately, I think Notre Dame's coming out on top by 14 on Pitt. I don't know if Pitt's defense is going to be able to bend and not break. I think that the wheels are gonna come off once Jeremiah Love inevitably breaks off a big run, and it's just gonna spiral out of control from there. For the Alabama game, give me Alabama 31, Oklahoma 21.
I could see it. I could see it.
I think the environment is going to play a major factor. I think Mateer is probably going to have 2 picks and a fumble. But I guess on the flip side, I think Ty Simpson's going to throw his second interception this year, third interception this year. Um, so I think there will be plenty of turnovers, but ultimately Bama's going to get the job done. I think they're probably one of the best. Actually, well, obviously they're one of the best teams, but they're one of the most experienced teams, I guess, through this point in the season. They've been through a lot of uncomfortable situations. We saw them get out of a major scare here at South Carolina, um, and then they dealt with everything except for that Florida State game at the start of the year. So I have a lot
Bama,
of
go ahead.
I've got a lot of confidence in Alabama to be able to get through these high pressure games at the end of the season.
Bama's also won their last 17 home games, and on the turnovers, Oklahoma's in the 120s. in turnover margin, I believe.
And Bama's
So
up there like top 5 or 6, I believe.